What's going on, everyone? It's Sean with another Tesla video, and in this one I'm going to the service center to get a few things fixed. First one is when I switch from 21-inch to 19-inch wheels, Tesla has to do some software updates on their end to make sure the car is reading the type of tire and tire pressure correctly. I'll show you what I mean. So you can see here, tire pressure system needs service. This has been kind of popping up, and it also has been toggling between this message as well. You can kind of see there, they're going back and forth. I've even seen the message say here that tire pressure is really low. And, let's see, oops. So you can see here that it still reflects the arachnid wheels. I have the slipstreams on now, and as well there. So you see arachnid wheels. Later on today, those will be switched to the slipstream 19-inch wheels. Also, I think my shocks have run the course of their life. I've mentioned that in previous videos. So I'm going to have Tesla look at those and give me their professional opinion on whether they need to be replaced. Lastly, and probably most importantly, one of my door handles has stopped presenting. I'll show you in just a second. The second one feels a little loose. So I'm going to have them take a look at them. They've actually been replaced already, not even 12 months ago. So fortunately, I think, fingers crossed, they're still under warranty. So that should be at no cost to me, but let me show you what's going on. So there is a door handle open. This one is closed. You can actually see the light on in there. I don't know if you can hear the noise, but you can tell it's trying to open, but it just can't. And then this one opens fine, but it's loose a little bit, and that light isn't all the way out for some reason. It's kind of tucked in there. Maybe, yeah, that one's sticking out a little bit further than this one. And you can tell it's even more prominent at night. This light doesn't shine as bright on the ground as this one. So let's head to the service center and get this taken care of. My guess is this is going to take at least a day. So I believe I am due a loaner, and I really dislike having to drive gasoline cars. And they do this when they don't have enough loaners, but my understanding is they've been working really hard to have enough Tesla loaners for each day that they have someone coming in or people coming in. If they try and give me a gasoline loaner, and it's typically a nice one, usually it's a BMW or Mercedes, but if they try and give me one, I'm going to push back, because that's why I bought an electric car. I don't want to have to drive a gasoline car. So I'm going to, if it's not a new loaner like they typically give, a new Tesla loaner, I'm going to ask if they can give me a certified pre-owned, a used one that they typically have a selection on their in their parking lot that they use to sell to people who don't want to buy new but are okay with buying used. So I'm comfortable with buying I would be very comfortable with buying another used Tesla. But I'd be comfortable taking a used loaner. I don't have to have it new. I just want to drive electric. So let's head over to the service center and see what they've got for me. There's the Tesla store. Let's see. Not too many cars in the parking lot. Huh. Seems like a really empty parking lot for new cars. Any Model 3s? Any Model 3 takers? I bet there's a few here. Yep, I see one. Over towards the left. Alrighty. They get an automatic door opener now. Yes, they did. Nice. Before, they were manually opening and closing the door. All right, in the loaner car, and as you can tell, it is a Tesla. We are looking at a 85 kilowatt hour single motor. It's like a dark blue. It's got the original OEM wheels, and just pulling out of the service center, and I see a Model 3. Looky that one. That one. Very nice. Aero wheels. And I think I see an owner one right over here. White one. Bam. You know, after driving this for a few miles, the suspension actually feels very similar to mine. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not an issue with my suspension. Yeah, this feels very similar. But nonetheless, I'm going to have the technicians take a look at the suspension, just inspect it, do a visual inspection, and give me a quote for replacing that. I'm not going to do that for this visit, but I would like to know. I would like to make sure that it's okay. It's one of those things that's an expensive replacement or repair. This is the 2014 Model S with an 85 kilowatt hour battery pack, and I've got this Model S for the day because Tesla is working on my car, a 2013 Model S 60 kilowatt hour battery pack. And in this one I want to talk about some of the differences between mine and this one. Of course, right off the bat you'll see that it's a different color. It's actually a dark blue, and you really need to have it in the direct sunlight to be able to tell that it's a blue. Otherwise, it looks black. The interior headliner is tan, just like mine. It also has the panoramic sunroof, as you can see here, which is also similar to mine. What's different is it has black leather seats, which I actually prefer. The black leather just seems a little bit more luxurious than the gray leather that I have in mine. This car has the automatic folding mirrors, which seems like it was added in 2014. It also has the parking sensor so that as you're getting close to something, or it's detecting something, or you're backing into your garage, it will tell you how close you are to those things so that you don't run into them. Outside of that, the car is very similar. It doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles. There's no air suspension, so it's got the coil suspension. It doesn't have the 21-inch wheels. It's, in fact, got the very basic 19-inch wheels that they used when they started producing the car. It doesn't have the rear jump seats. In fact, this car doesn't even have the privacy shade over the back hatch. One of the other things I've noticed in this car, as well as other later models, is that the defroster mechanism on the dash is different than mine. In mine, this material here goes all the way across the dash, where in this 2014 and later models, you actually have this vent here and here that help defrost the windshield. Now, that doesn't mean that there's a winter package. In fact, to my understanding, all Teslas from 2014 on now have this additional piece, One of the problems that I have with the 2013 Model S is that it has a hard time defrosting the windshield when it's really cold and there's lots of snow on there. As far as the performance of this car, the 85 kilowatt hour battery pack gives you about 256 miles on a full charge, and the acceleration is quite a bit better than mine. This one does not have the dual motor. In fact, they did not come out with the dual motor until I think 2015. So this was pre even option to be able to choose the all-wheel drive for the Model S. So this is just a standard rear-wheel drive. I think it's a really sufficient car for most people in most of the United States and other places where there's warm weather throughout the whole year. In fact, I have a rear-wheel drive. I live in Denver and often have to drive in snow in the winter time, and it does just fine as long as I've got winter tires on. So if you're looking at a car like this, regardless of where you're at, I think it's a really great one. In fact, I think this one is on the Tesla's used market if you'd like to purchase this one. So that is the review of the 2014 Model S with an 85 kilowatt hour battery pack, rear wheel drive. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, feel free and put them in the comments. All right, got the car back, and I want to update you on what Tesla did and did not do. So first things first, I'm just going through the work order. What do they call this thing? Invoice. Yeah, invoice. So the first thing I checked out was the suspension. I think I had mentioned that it was riding a little rougher, I think, and they did a visual inspection and did not see anything unusual. Everything looked good. There were no leaks. They did, however, provide me with an estimate in case I did want to get those taken care of, and it was $2,000 per axle, so a total of $4,000. If nothing is wrong, I probably won't do anything. So good to know, though, if I ever need to replace them. The other thing that kind of made me feel a little bit better, in addition to them telling me everything was okay, was that the loaner that they gave me felt like the same ride. So it's just a factor of, I suppose, Tesla's being very heavy, and that ride reflecting that. Okay, so the next thing, did I mention this before? I think I did. So the tire pressure system needs service message is on the screen. In fact, oh weird, it's not up anymore. But it has been flashing on and off, and I thought it was because maybe Tesla didn't swap out the tires. Discount Tire did when I got the winter tires on. I thought maybe there was just some sort of programming that needed to happen, but apparently it's something more, and they recommended replacing the tire pressure monitoring system with the newest version that's in current cars, which will actually tell you how much air pressure is in each tire from the actual dash. They quoted that at $900, and I declined that as well because though I want that message, that message to stop popping up on my dash, it wasn't an urgent repair, and so I decided to decline it. But I found it strange that right after I got the winter tires on and right after Discount Tire installed them, that this message comes up, and now Tesla's saying that it needs to be replaced. So it makes me wonder if Discount Tire damaged something. I don't know. I didn't really get a full explanation on that, and now that I'm talking through it, I think I would actually like to get some clarification on whether something was damaged or if the parts have just gone bad, and how exactly does that work? Have all of them gone bad all of a sudden? And I think it's just precarious or interesting timing that they've gone bad right after I had Discount Tire install my tires. Okay, so the next thing, the back left door handle stopped presenting. They did fix that. Apparently it was just the, what do they call it? The paddle gear in the door handle. So they didn't replace the whole door handle, they just replaced the paddle gear. Since that had gone bad less than 12 months ago, they did that out of warranty, or they did that under warranty without any cost to me. The back right door handle was loose, so they went ahead and tightened that up, and that's now looking and feeling very nice. They did not charge me for that, thankfully, and thank you, Tesla. They did that out of goodwill. And then the front right door handle, actually, I asked them to take a look at that as well when I got into the service center. I don't remember it being noisy, but I remember it being sticky, like it wouldn't come out all the time. And so they just adjusted the door handle fit, so now it's working seamlessly, and that they did at zero cost as goodwill. So thank you, Tesla. Thank you, Tesla, for the loaner vehicle. Thank you for doing some of this stuff under warranty and the rest of it under goodwill. You're fantastic, and one of the reasons why I love Tesla. So good to have my car back. Good to have those winter tires on, of course. I've already been up in the mountains at Winter Park, and I'll probably go up again tomorrow. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you are in the market for a newer inventory Tesla, you can, through the end of the month, use my referral code to get free unlimited supercharging. And if you haven't subscribed, please do that. Hit that like button, and if you found it interesting, share it out. Thanks so much, and see you in the next video.